r/AskReddit, what is a red flag to watch out for in a guy who wants a relationship with you? Literally my emotionally abusive ex-husband. Most grown women come to realize this: if a guy is nice to you but mean to everyone else, it's not that he thinks you're special. He's just an asshole that's capable of pretending not to be an asshole. What if he's mean to you and nice to everyone else? If he gets really upset that your 15-year-old daughter won't use the thong bikini he bought her while on vacation in Brazil for her. r/oddly specific. I read that story yesterday. It is really fucked up. What a terrible day to be literate. This shit can't be real. /r/egotherference. Constantly talks about himself, ignores your feelings. If he tries to pull you further away from friends and family. Honestly, I kind of do this. In my case, it's not exactly me being self-centered. It's more that I get a bit nervous and just can't shut up once I get going. It's been the hardest thing for me to learn to ask questions and actively listen. If he co-sleeps with his dog that pisses in the bed all the time, that would be a red flag for me. Oddly enough, this is the second comment I've seen within the past hour about sleeping in the same bed as your dog who pisses in it being a red flag. Reddit's trying to tell me something and I don't know if I should be concerned. He wants you to be part of what seems like a pyramid scheme. He says it's not, but you're pretty sure it is, even after he explained it you as a sure thing to become rich quickly. I've explained this 100 times, Kathy. It's not a pyramid scheme. I want to open a pyramid construction company. Totally different things. The way he talks about his exes, red flag if all of them are crazy. Yep, that's definitely a legit red flag. Too intense too soon. I like that. Love bombing is straight up manipulative. Joke's on him, I don't have any. I'm what they call easy pickings for predators/abusers. Then they realize I'm more fucked up than they are and get scared. The best advice I can give you is if you want to know who the man is, look at his friends. Joke's on you, I don't even have friends. If he's in prison for killing his ex-wife. Not that he killed someone. Just that he got caught, I can't have no sloppy murders in my house. If they have a disdain for safe sex. Don't be silly, wrap your willy. Is it a red flag when women do too? I dated this girl and she'd never listened to me when I told her my dick wasn't going anywhere near her without a condom. For kids not disease purposes, I'd have to throw her off of me when she was on top BC she'd try to sneak it in while making out. Only fools don't wrap their tools. Removed. I see you've met my mother. If he seems to be very pushy or doesn't seem to know the meaning of the words no or stop, even for little things, it is a red flag. If he won't even respect your boundaries for minor things, then it is a surefire sign that he will cross major boundaries later on. Removed. Notice how he handles disagreement or conflict. If he resorts to yelling, name-calling, or belittling instead of constructive communication, it's a clear indicator of how he deals with challenges, a red flag for future conflicts. Be cautious of excessive jealousy or possessiveness. A little bit of jealousy can be natural, but if he's constantly suspicious or makes you feel guilty for interacting with others, it's unhealthy and controlling. Some say having a lot of female friends. I'd argue the opposite. If he has no platonic connections to any women, I'd be worried. If he gets upset when you say no to things. If he doesn't ever admit to being wrong. If he throws or hits things when he is angry. Depends on his and their behavior around each other. Imo. What's a red flag to watch for in a guy who wants a relationship with me? The fact that he wants a relationship with me. Hey, with Riz. Fucking same. My friends were all baffled that I gave some girl I met in a bar a fake number. Like bruh, I'm a functional alcoholic and very average looking. If she's interested in me it's either for a quick hookup or she has no standards. What's so wrong about you? If he's secretive about his life, refuses to talk about his past, or changes his story often, it's a red flag. Transparency and honesty are the cornerstones of a healthy relationship, and without them, trust cannot be built. The opposite is also true, though is less talked about because people enjoy a doormat until they realize how frustrating it is to have someone who wilts under any pressure to please someone. I would know, I used to take the blame for everything to avoid conflict with the people I loved, even if it wasn't. Eventually the anxiety ate me up so bad that it eroded boundaries over the years and broke friendships I care about a lot even now. There are things in my past I don't talk about. And as long as it's not affecting my relationship with my wife, the things I don't talk about happened before we met, then I see no reason to talk about things I don't want to talk about. In my mind, It's all about how you communicate your desire to not communicate. People who say they're living with their ex to help them with stuff. They're still together and he's lying. Pay attention to how they talk about and handle their past friends and exes. That could be you one day. Yep. Especially if they have kids with that person. It's hard to hide your feelings about your ex when you still have to share parenting duties with them. So pay attention to how they talk about that person and how consistent they are about their guidelines in dealing with that person. Testing boundaries to see your reaction and apologizing or saying it was a joke. If you have pushback, I call it boundary fishing. They try to see how far you will go on a subject, and if you show weakness, exploit you for everything they can. Love bombing. Is ADHD love bombing as bad? When it genuinely comes from a good place. Gets upset when you have boundaries and acts like you're arguing when you tell him facts about the world. If he pushes for commitment too quickly without taking the time to genuinely get to know you, be cautious. It might seem romantic at first, but it can indicate possessiveness and a desire to control rather than a natural progression of a relationship. If he hurts your feelings, and gets angry or defensive when you bring it up, run. This one isn't limited by gender. He lives with his wife. When I tell the guy, I'm a lesbian, and he goes, even better. If he asks about red flags on Reddit. How he treats his mother and other women of his family. Also, does he take responsibility of his mistakes or does he blame others? Does he want you to feel sad for him? Or does he always see the bright side? Is he open to listen and make you feel comfortable, or is he trying to force you to do things? How does he react if you talk about other guys? How does he react if you tell him you want to take things slow? Sometimes you have problems with your own mother, lol. When he wants to co-sign on a car note after a week. Or asks you to cash his check. Or wants to move in after a week. Or they want to know all about your living situation, your finances, etc. They're probably on very shaky financial ground and you don't want to get involved in that. When they were already an adult when you were born. When you're the only one towards whom he shows a shred of decency. Any aversion to taking responsibility. The older I get, the more I find that the men I respect most aren't the ones with great achievements to their names, but rather the ones who aren't afraid to own their shit. If he cheated on his ex. The actor who played Spike, on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, once spoke about how disturbed he was by the multitude of young/adolescent girls infatuated with his character. He said something like, I get it, I get the appeal of the bad boy, but what you have to understand is that if he's an asshole to everyone except you, it doesn't mean you're special. It just means your turn is coming. For some reason that always stuck with me. He tries to stop you from spending time with your friends, or when you're with your friends he is constantly messaging you to find out where you are and who you're with. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.